Good afternoon, YouTubers. T-Square here with T-Square Talks. Hope everybody's having a great day today. I am fixing to go out and trade with a buddy of mine some silver. And before I trade anything off, I like showing you guys if I haven't showed you guys what it is, I like to show you guys what I got. Some of the stuff on here is stuff I'll be trading, and the stuff in here I will be just showing you guys real quick and talking to you guys a little bit about some of the stuff, and also explaining to you kind of why I think this stuff is actually really good for people to have. Not just because I got a bunch of it, but it's good for people to have. Everybody knows the reasoning for silver, why silver is good to have. However, people don't always know. I guess I will still show you this too, but I'll show you guys why it's special after. So, needless to say, everybody knows silver. Everybody knows that silver is good to have. Its shortages in basically building, industrial, anything we make electronically usually has silver in it. However, there's a reason why I think people should start off with this stuff. So this morning, I am going to go see someone that is a brand new stacker. Brand new to silver. He heard about it. He knew me. He knew that I wheel and deal in the stuff. And I said, yeah, I can come by and talk to you. He goes, do you have anything with you silver related? I said, I always have something. And he said, well, do you think you could bring over something that you would recommend, and maybe we could work out a trade on it? I said, absolutely. So I am bringing him over 90% silver. Now, 90% silver is phenomenal, in my opinion, for trading and bartering. I had talked with him earlier, and he had told me, why. Because I always ask people, why are you getting into silver? That's the number one question you need to know. Everybody does silver for a different reason. Me personally, I started silver as a barter item, so I could barter it in the street if I needed to, if food got scarce. But as time went on, I said, you know what? If things get so crazy, I already got enough silver that I would be able to barter for food and get my food. I could sell my silver now and get food if I needed food now at today's prices. So I figure in my mind, if silver goes up tomorrow, which it would in that type of a scenario, and food goes up, I'd still be okay. Because truth of the matter is, when you buy silver, you're buying a commodity. And usually when silver goes up, everything else is going up. However, as time went on, I started just using it more as less of a barter thing and more as a hedge against inflation thing. And I know some people out there are going to say it's not a hedge against inflation because inflation is ramping up and silver's not really going up. Well, with manipulation, it's easy to keep silver prices down. And I know that the naysayers out there are going to say, oh, everybody wants to blame manipulation because there's no proof of it one way or the other. I mean, there's enough proof out there that I'm convinced when you look at companies like JP Morgan paying a huge fine just to not have to admit guilt, to not have to go to the trial. And we're talking big fines in the billions of dollars. Then, I mean, that's, to me, if I'm going to plea out, maybe it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm guilty, but it definitely means that enough people are seeing stuff, and they have been found guilty of certain things with spoofing and manipulation. Maybe not on a huge scale yet, but I mean, what defines huge scale? We've done articles on this. I don't want to beat a horse in terms of talking about the same thing over and over. We've showed it. If you guys want, I can refer you back to that video. However, with that being said, for a new stacker, having some 90%, something they can trade, this dime right here will buy me a couple loaves of bread today. It will buy me a couple loaves of bread tomorrow, and no matter what the prices go to, it'll probably still buy me a couple loaves of bread. So that's one of the perks to having it. It's a small enough item that if the prices on stuff skyrocket, let's just say it's not quite an ounce, but if silver goes up to $100, I definitely don't want to trade something like this for a loaf of bread. So that's my thought process on that. A lot of cool stuff in here, but junk silver, or some people call it junk silver, some people call it constitutional silver, some people just call it silver that's not going to be made. It's 90%. I've heard all kinds of different ways of saying this. Some people like it as fractional. It's easy, it's small, it's easy to do stuff with. I've got a roll right here. I've got 10 singles and 4 packs of 10. Now, I will say, because I'm going to move this over for a quick minute and take a look in here, I will say that if I have a choice when I'm trading to take Roosevelt's or old Mercury dimes, which is what this whole roll is full of, along with this roll down here. There's 2 rolls. I've got a roll of Mercuries, and then I've got a bunch of singles. I'll keep that in here for now. But one of the things that a lot of people like the Mercuries is because this holds a collectible value a little bit. Even though it's not in great shape, some people will save them. They'll try to build up the whole set. I actually had someone give me a book the other day. This is one of those, I guess you call it disco books. The only reason he gave it, though, is because it's missing the sheets. It was a full set, and they basically pulled out what they wanted, scrapped out the rest, and really, I guess all they wanted was like I think it was the 17D that they really wanted out of the set, or maybe it was the 16D, I don't know, it was one of those. But then they gave me the book, but it was missing these little plastic sheets. Unfortunately, I got to find some somewhere. I was told, oh, you can find them if you look around. He said, if you want the book, take the book, and I'm going to put together maybe the set, even though he told me I'm not going to want to buy the 16 or 17D because I said, what could it be, another $20? He said, not even close. He said, more like $1,000, maybe $2,000. And I was like, darn, that's crazy. So a lot of people do like the old Mercury, maybe the old, what was the one before, the Barber dimes. The problem is if you're buying it for silver because you're a prepper or because you think you're going to be able to barter, well, the Roosevelt dime has actually got a little bit more silver in it. Why? Because the older the dime is, the more wear that it's had on it. And so there's over a roll, there's actually less silver. And that's why these rolls, you can actually see how it actually dips down roughly 2 or 3 dimes. So, I mean, if this was 50, it is 50 dimes, but if this was 50 new dimes, it would be right at the very top of the rim. So a lot of people do like the new dimes because the new, I say Roosevelt 64s, because you're getting a little more silver in there. Some people not as much. Now, as you go up, there is half-ounce silvers, and then obviously 1 ounce silvers. You might even get lucky and find a 1/4 ounce silver. This just happens to be a 1/2 ounce Paul Revere, 1775. Nice little coin. I picked it up. I got a deal on. I needed to raise my, I guess you can say, my bill a little bit more just so it would come out to a nice round number. And so I picked up a couple of extra halves. So this is kind of cool. I don't know, I'm surprised actually on this one because it's $9.99, but it says $20 on it, which I didn't think they could put a dollar marking on a coin unless it was so I don't really know what the deal is with this one. But either way, I mean, for me, it was only a 1/2 ounce. So, and I got it for the 1/2 ounce price. This one right here, kind of cool. I know there's some people here that ain't football fans. Green Bay Packer, limited edition. Has a serial number on it. They only made so many of them. Brett Favre on the front, 1/2 ounce silver. Like I said, I'm not a Green Bay fan. But they did win this week. They ended up beating Detroit, which was mind-blowing. Especially because on our free silver deal right now for members only, Green Bay actually took a lot of us all out of it. Really cool piece here. Maine moose. Pretty neat. It's Canada, but I always think of it as a Maine moose. A little scratched up on there, unfortunately. Is that the case, or I don't even know how you open this one. Let's see here. Oh, I take that back. It's the case. See if we can kind of focus in. There we go. Look at that. Yeah, it's the case. It's all scratched up. A couple more things kind of show that's the same coin. We got one of the Somalia elephants. So African wildlife, 1 ounce, 999. Somalia, 100 shillings. Pretty cool coin there. Got the seal. This is the new 2023 design. We got a couple of miscellaneous $50. This was part of a deal while I was on my way back that I had made a deal with someone before, and after we double checked, I was missing a couple, and so he had wanted to make it right this time. And so there it is. There's my $5 $50, and he actually gave me the 42, which is cool because he knows that I'm going to build a set here pretty soon. And last but not least was a piece of education. I told someone I don't even really need the Sigma. I can spot a fake if I saw one, and sure enough, this is a fake, and it would have passed the test. I would have accepted that probably as a real one. But because it was for educational purposes, he wanted to find one that would stump me, and this one did stump me, because it had what I thought sounded like a decent ring. It felt right. It weighed in right. And everything. And everything that I looked at on it just looked legit. And so afterwards, when it was all said and done, he told me to pick which one I thought was real and which one I thought was fake. And I was wrong. I actually thought this was the real one. And it turned out it was fake. And so I put the sticker on it so I'd remember. I'm not going to cut it in half because I like to keep a sample. And that way I can kind of do the same lesson with somebody younger than me about fakes. So watch out that you're buying legit coins. A Sigma will spot this. The Sigma told me, but at first I had to go off of knowledge base only. And he did a good job. So with that being said, nice little pickup here. I was happy with everything, and some of these I will be trading off today. Well, actually, all this I'll be trading off today up here. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys again on T-Square Talk. Take care, everybody. Thanks. Bye-bye. Oh, don't forget, hit that thumbs up button for me. Help me out. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.